Dude, kidnapping anyone is a federal offense. Uh, I would not recommend that. When I say a federal offense, who do you think commits federal offenses? The feds do. They have to do that because those are they got very limited loopholes they can operate through, and sometimes they have to, they're forced to make genius, and the CIA too are forced to make, if you think they exist and they do, are forced to make genius decisions for whatever fucking reason and whatever you're talking about to happen. We don't know if there was a Zodiac killer or if it wasn't just a way to to dispel a bunch of fucking murders that they couldn't solve. We don't know if David Berkowitz acted alone or if it was the work of the Process Church or the CIA driving the Church of the Process to do these things. We don't know why Cinque and Patty Hearst happened, especially now looking back. They covered that one up really fucking well, and it seems like you don't know if she was blowing Cinque fucking in the background behind her boyfriend's back or whatever. You just don't know, or you don't know if it was orchestrated by the CIA and FBI. That one to me seems like she knew the guy before it happened or something. Like she fell in with some people or was watching something at a college and got turned on to it. Who the fuck knows? But kidnapping is not something that should be performed by ordinary citizens unless you're there is no unless, but who usually goes to those lengths? Pedophiles, perverts, and sexual deviants. Usually that ends in murder. So you don't want to kidnap fucking anyone. But I mean, is it really a sad story though? She kind of did have the time of her life. A bitch with a machine gun gets to go into a fucking bank. What'd she say? Everybody get face down or I'll blow your fucking heads off. Something to that effect. And walk away from it. Cinque goes back into the system. Who knows it? Who knows if he was exonerated from the system and walked around? You know what I mean? You don't fucking know. But it would be cool. And that's what the media, and I think that's what the Kim Kardashian jewel heist thing was meant to mimic. Something like that. And that'd be sort of genius. I would have taken it further. I would have said Kim got kidnapped and made it a whole fucking lie. You don't know if the thing even fucking happened in the first place. You know? Why do cults happen in America? Who funds them? Who funded Jim Jones and his deal? Come on. You know what I mean? And when you're a smart motherfucker, you don't have to kidnap. You just, whatever. But suck the fun out of it. I mean, it's the greatest story in the world, isn't it? A fucking, basically, this is what it was with Patty Hearst. You get a publishing newspaper and magazine tycoon. Back in the times in the 70s, when that was the number one. No fucking internet. That was the number one means of people got their shit from. Sports, glamour, news. They were the moguls of it. She was an heiress. You know what I mean? Kind of. And ends up with the Symbionese Liberation Army, which doesn't mean anything, essentially, toting a machine gun, robbing her father's friend's bank, demanding food, extorting her own family to feed poor people. And how did she end up in this counterculture? How did that happen? Stockholm Syndrome, man. It doesn't... There's more than meets the eye if it happened. I think it's something like she must have knew them some way, somehow. But, and kidnapping is something the underworld does too. I mean, you got to pick and choose what the fuck you do and why you do it. Me, I don't need to. I'm like a factory person, or I'm like Andy Warhol, dude. I want to get my own that's my shit. That's what I want to do. And at the same time, bang fucking pretty heiresses. Yeah, who doesn't? I don't care if trust fund, baby, whatever. You could be a welfare bitch. I'll still bang the shit out of you in my factory. I don't give a fuck. I just like women, and I like women of different titles and calibers. You know? I don't like some of them just because they're. I always like them sexually first. That's the attraction. The rest is just butter. You always want to suck the fucking fun out of everything. Get Paris Hilton to fucking do that with me. I'll go to prison over it. Let's cover up something. Come on. We could stage a fucking, and I can try to put my dick in it. That's what I'm talking about. It's just as simple as that. When you just scratch the surface continually, it just don't, man. Leave that shit as pretty as it is. You can stop though. Wow. Boy, that's annoying, huh?